morning. It's spring and my allergies are feeling it. Sorry about that croaky good morning. Let me try again. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Fun Friday, as all the teachers that I know refer to it. I hope everybody's weekend is off to a great start, or if it isn't quite starting for you yet, that it will soon. We have a lot of fun things to do today. This is going to be a different show than the kind we've done before. So I'm really excited to try something new. We're going to be doing sort of a slideshow, a look back at a career, and we'll be asking you guys for your thoughts as well on this one author that we're going to be celebrating, Johanna Lindsey. Her birthday is coming up. And though she's no longer with us, unfortunately, it's a perfect time to celebrate all that she has done. And so I'm really excited. I'm really excited to talk more about her today and to learn more about her as well. So we're going to do it together and I can't wait. Let's see who is here. We've got Terry. Good morning, Terry. Hey, happy Friday, Paige. Good afternoon, Dee. I'm loving that view as always. Good morning, Sock. Hey, Elizabeth. Good morning. Good morning. Or excuse me. Good afternoon, Susan. Yeah, you got me. You got me. I love it. I love it. I have this background. This is the other background I was going to use on Tuesday when we had Cara Bastone on. It's the brownstones in New York City, which is what she often refers to when she's writing. And so I thought it would be fun. Oh, Megan, hey, how you doing, Megan? I feel like I haven't really talked to you this week. It's so good to see you. I hope you're doing great. Let us know, everybody, how your week went. Let's talk about that for a minute if you want. And we're going to be doing, oh my gosh, I got to tell you guys something I'm really excited about. So remember how was it? Goodness, the author. I want to say, oh bother, Katie Delahanty, the one who talked about yacht rock on Tuesday and how all of her books are going to be about yacht rock. Based on that, I have indeed created a yacht rock sprint background for us. So I think we'll really like it. I think it's going to be really fun. And if we like it, we might make it a thing. We might make it an every Friday thing. So we shall see. And Jatu, good afternoon. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good weekend so far. I'm going to take myself off of this for 1 second so you could see the background. It's a video. And once I realized I could put videos in the background, I just really like it. I like the ambiance of it. Like you can see the little leaves rustling, quietly. I just feel like it's so peaceful. So I'm going to pop off. I'm not leaving. I'm just popping off stage for a moment so you can really take in the background because it's so cute. Isn't that fun? That's what I was hoping to use when I interviewed Cara Bastone. And I remembered when we were actually talking and I thought, okay, this is not the time to interrupt her and say that. Amina, hey, hello. Good afternoon to you as well. So happy you're joining us. Sock says, I was super stressed about something for months. Oh man, can't share what it was. Totally respect that. But the situation was resolved in my favor yesterday. Wonderful, wonderful that I did some errands and slept for 13 hours. Girl, you needed it. I'm so happy. That makes me so happy. I'm so glad. Good morning, Wyoming. And we've got Silly there with us. Oh, good. Hello, Bee and Bookworms. Oh, I love that. I love that. Sarah, good morning. And happy belated birthday. We're going to be celebrating Sarah's birthday with some country music later on this morning. So I'm really looking forward to it. Did you have a good birthday, by the way, Sarah? Do let us know in the comments. Tell us what you did. I'm sure it was in one of your vlogs. I'm terrible about keeping up on those. I got to see one of yours this morning, but it wasn't your birthday one. So Barkity says sock to Silly. I love it. And Amina says hi to everybody. Wonderful. Okie dokie. Well, we've got a lot to do this morning. I'm hopefully going to be able to read because I have that Rachel Reed arc, the one that came out on Tuesday. And I still haven't read it and I need to read it all this weekend. So I need to get on that. So I'll be reading right along with you guys, hopefully during our reading sprints. That'll be fun. Sarah says, I had a great birthday, went to the library. Yay. I'm such a party animal. I love it. You know what? I think many of us can appreciate that being like the perfect birthday. She's barking. Sock, she heard you, or he. I just realized I don't know if what pronouns to use for Silly. I'll just say Silly is barking. I love it so much. All right. Well, now I'm warm. I was running around all morning with my kids, and you know how it is. That's when I get here when I can. Amina says, I just started to read The Wolf of Mayfair. Thank you, B. It is so much fun. Oh, I hope you love it, Amina. You have to tell me. You have to tell me. I think Dee was mentioning in the February wrap up that's coming out on Sunday, because you know the members get to see it a little bit early. But Dee was talking about how she read it and it wasn't quite her pace, and I totally get that, because for me initially that's what I thought. You know, so interesting how everybody's got their own take, but I love to hear them all. I love to hear it all. Yeah. So, okay, before we start, Johanna Lindsey, I want to show you something. I know you all will appreciate this. I want to show you some upgrades that I got. You know how we love a good cover upgrade? You know, when you have a cover of a book that's nice, it's decent, but you know, it's better. And so I got three, and I wanted to show you my Johanna Lindsey specifically because these are the ones that the cover upgrades are. I also got an Eloisa James upgrade and a Kat Martin upgrade, but I might save those for another day. So, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. All right, so ready. We've got Johanna Lindsey's So Speaks the Heart. Okay, it's a cover. We've got, like, what is this, paisley going on. It's fine. But then get ready, guys. Are you ready? And I got this for 75 cents at a used bookstore. The original one that I had. Here is the upgrade. This is So Speaks the Heart. Same exact book. Look at this cover. The flowers in the hair, the beautiful white dress. I love the campfire in the background. And I'm not really sure how much in the way of clothing that our man is wearing. It could be nothing. I'm not, maybe he's wearing beige khaki shorts. I somehow doubt it. But still, look at it. And the sunset. I mean, what is not to love? I actually really like the font as well. I think that's so neat. So I was just so excited to show this to you. I'm going to see if I can get rid of my name on the bottom of the screen. Let me look at my style. All right. Boom. Yes. Okay, that worked. I just want you to be able to see more. I love learning more about this. Okie dokie. Will we have a peek at Fabio? You know it, Terry. You know it. Yes. Fabio was on so many covers of Johanna Lindsey. So, yeah. Absolutely. Oh, everybody's saying hi to each other. So speaks the heart. Is he only a torso, arms, and a head? Doesn't appear to be. I see a knee in there. Okay, ready for my next upgrade? Here we go. We've got Silver Angel. There's a lot to be said for this cover. We've got tons of embossing. Even the wing is embossed. Feels really neat. Got some foiling, some like turquoise, if you will, foiling. I think it's beautiful. But get ready, guys. This was my original Silver Angel, and I grabbed this for 99 cents at the used bookstore. Is this not heaven? I love her hair. It looks white, right? Or I guess silver. And our man with the arm cuffs. Is there a better way to phrase that? I love when they have that on their arms. I just refer to it as an arm cuff, but I'm not certain. Who's really good with that jewelry? I suppose we would refer to it. And these are like in sheer pants. We've got kind of like a genie in a bottle kind of deal looking thing going on. I'm just loving this. The clothing. Oh my gosh. I'm going crazy. I just love it so much. Oh, Dee says, oh, good. I'm listening to an Audible of Johanna Lindsey's Temptations Darling at the moment. Oh my gosh, Dee, that's neat. And aren't you also the one who said that you're reading Alexa Aston? Because I actually shared that with her because Alexa Aston's going to be on tonight on our Tea and Biscuits reading sprints with friends. So that's pretty fun. But yes, I was like, Dee, wow, she's just like so on, like right with what I'm doing. It's amazing. All right. And for my third and final, oh, hey, Kristen, just to pop in to say hi. People are engaged on a book cover. Good morning. Yes, they are engaged. They are into each other. My final Johanna Lindsey upgrade that I could not wait to share with you. We've got Tender Rebel. This is a nice cover. I mean, let's see. I'm not going to like knock it. We've got a gorgeous background. It looks like a bluff, if you will. I love the water breaking on the edge, and her gown is gorgeous. Not only that, we have a bit of tartan I'd like to say. I mean, obviously, this is giving Highlander vibes. So, I mean, what is not to love? What is happening up there? Anyway, I love it. I love it. But get ready. Upgrade. Is this not insanely beautiful? Look at this. First of all, you guys know my favorite color is purple. So any kind of purple or lavender, we've got it in the text, we've got it in the gown as well. I love all the embellishments along the side. And her hair, are you kidding? Just gorgeous. The drama. And then it's interesting. It looks almost like we've got a palm. No, it's probably not a palm tree, but I feel like I mean, it's interesting. We've got all these plants. It's not giving Highlander. Very different vibe, right? Oops, sorry guys. So my first thought is that I would donate this and this, and of course, this one, while then keeping these three. Because at some point I might run out of room. Plus, I want to share the Johanna Lindsey love. Everything is backwards on my screen, so I apologize. Anyway, but I'm just so thrilled with these, and I was just so excited to share these with you this morning. So thank you for indulging me. We're going to be looking at a lot of Johanna. Wow, I'm going to get some hot tea right now. Johanna Lindsey covers. So yes, what is Terry saying? The hair is weird. It's like they have to hide the Lorax under her hair. Yeah, I can only assume you're referring to this one. I speak for the trees. That was not a snort. I don't know what you heard. That was not a snort. I love your cup. Thank you very much, Kristen. This is from my local grocery store. And they have the best cups. So, yes. Okay, yeah. This is the one. The Lorax. I'll have to display those together sometime for Coverless Friday, and everybody will be like, what's that going on there? But let's start talking more about Johanna Lindsey. I learned so much when I was researching her the other day. I'm hoping that if you have any background information about her that you'll share as well. We can all learn from one another more about our own experiences with this incredible author. All of Johanna Lindsey's old school color covers are so unique and vivid, and I really love them all. I know, Elizabeth. I want to collect them all. Oh yeah, I knew you meant that. Yes. All right, so let's look at this little presentation I put together. We've got the gorgeous Johanna Lindsey. Look at her hair. Talk about long hair. She was born March 10th. So her birthday is in 3 days, but I wanted to make sure we had a chance to celebrate her today. And then she passed away, sadly, on the 27th of October in 2019. So it's been several years. All of her books that she wrote reached the New York Times bestseller list. Every single last one. How incredible. Good morning, Mary. We're so happy you're here. We are just talking about the fabulous Johanna Lindsey and all that she's accomplished in her incredible career. She lived primarily in 3 places. Germany, where she grew up. Her father was in the army. And so she moved quite a bit, but she lived in Germany. He passed away when she was very young. I would say she was like a preteen or early teens. And her father always wanted to move to Hawaii. But after he passed, the whole family decided to move there kind of out of, for his wishes, even though he was no longer there, which I thought was kind of neat and sad at the same time. She lived in Hawaii for most of her life, and she had one husband. Once when her husband passed, she decided to retire to Maine, where she lived the rest of her life. This is what I'm understanding. By the way, I have links that talk more about her that you can find in my description box if you'd like to read more. Her very first novel was published in 1977 on a whim. This is it, Captive Bride. And then there were 49 more that followed. So she wrote exactly 50 books. And all of them, every single one, was on the New York Times bestseller list. How incredible. And look at that cover. I don't want to make a statement because I don't want to just throw my opinions out there yet. I want to know what you think. But as we're going through some of her covers, I just want to know what you think about the evolution, quote unquote, of the covers over time, because this was in 1977. So you're going to see a lot this morning. Her romance subgenres that she's mostly known for are medieval, Regency, American frontier, Viking, and science fiction. Oh, I know. Look at that 70s cover. Yes, just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I know. It really is. I mean, what more can you want? This, of course, now what am I doing? I'm like, I got to find this cover. So I'm going to look in the wild, though. I'm not just going to go on eBay because I think I might be able to find it at a used bookstore. Nothing wrong with eBay, though. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, I think I need this cover. I need this book now. The Viking Fabio. There you go. You know what? Since we mentioned Fabio a couple times, I want to tell you something neat. In fact, you know what? I'm trying to remember which slide, how I did. Oh, her most popular series was the Mallory Anderson Family, which is 12 books long. Okay, this is a little quiz for you guys. Who is her most well-known cover model? I have a feeling you already know. What do you think? I'm giving anyone can say it loud, say it proud. Yes. Yeah, that's it. Fabio is her most well-known cover model. In fact, she gave him his start in modeling, or at least the person that chose him for the cover of one of her novels. Yes, you were guessing, and you were an excellent guesser. So yes, the other neat thing about this is Fabio's birthday is next week. So we're going to celebrate Fabio next week. So I on purpose didn't do too much about Fabio because we can focus all about him next week. But yes, kind of neat, kind of neat. So as I mentioned, her most popular series is the Mallory Anderson Family, which is 12 books. And I thought it would be fun to go through book by book and look at the evolution of the covers of these 12 books over time. Yes, Fabio, of course. You know it, Elizabeth. You know it. So let's take a peek. So this is the very first book that she's ever, as we mentioned, the one that she ever produced, first one. It also happens to be the first of the Mallory Anderson family. Published in 1977. Again, this cover is absolutely gorgeous. Here's book 2. I have never seen this cover before. This is again a 70s cover, 1978, book 2 of the Mallory Anderson family. Terry says the Viking Fabio is kind of burned in my mind. How could it not be? How could it not be? I think we're all there. Paradise Wild. Again, I have never seen this cover. And now, like, my brain is just like, we are going to find all of these. We are going to have the complete collection. The complete collection. And then I will shout it from the rooftops. You won't have to wonder if I get the complete collection. I'm going to be telling everybody. So this is book 3 of the Mallory Anderson family, which was published in 1981. We then have So Speaks the Heart, which I was just sharing with you. This is book 4, which was published in 1983. So excited to have these. I'm telling you guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Then we have, sorry, B, I've been quiet lately. Okay, been struggling lately. Oh, and I often get interrupted during these lives and just listen in or can't respond. Oh, I'm sorry, Megan. No pressure at all. We just enjoy you and we just want the best for you all the time. So don't you worry. I feel that, obviously we're that way for everyone. We want the best for everyone. But yeah, no pressure ever. No pressure. We're just here for support. We all say you're a reader and majority rules, so the decision is final. Yes, D. D, you are a reader. I love it. I love it. We then have book number 5, A Gentle Feuding. This is a cover. I don't think I've seen this cover. By the way, if you noticed, I'm downstairs in my basement. This is my historical romance shelves. I don't spend as much time down here because I have an issue with the lighting, but I feel like the lighting looks pretty decent. I think I've finally, hopefully, figured out a good system. But yeah, so here I am, and we're going to be looking at my Johanna Lindsey covers, but I don't think I have A Gentle Feuding. I'm going to have to look. We're going to look together. I know, they really are. The covers are just amazing. I'm so in love. I know. The complete change from the cover on book 3 to 4 is wild. Okay, well, let's look at that. Yes, right? Yeah, very different. Very different, Elizabeth. Good point. D, it's decided. It's decided, D. Can't go back. Let's see. Then we have Tender is the Storm, number 6 from 1985. This cover, I have seen this cover many times, and I feel like it may be something else, but correct me if I'm wrong. Have you seen this cover where it looked like he wasn't even wearing a bathing suit? I'm assuming that's a bathing suit. Anybody? Tell me. Because I swear I feel like I've seen this with him wearing nothing. But maybe I'm getting confused. 5 is beautiful, Mary. It really is. And that red hair, the way that the wind is hitting it, the mountains in the background, the water. I mean, what is not to love? Tender is the Storm is the one I need for my collection. Are you serious? Oh, Sarah. Oh my gosh. That's the only one you need? Oh my gosh. That's so exciting. That is so exciting. I love it. Then we have number 7. I've never seen this cover either. When Love Awaits. It's kind of worrying me a little bit that I've never seen so many of these covers because my guess is they're going to be so difficult to find. If I haven't seen them yet, like ever. I mean, look at this cover, guys. This is one of the most beautiful ones I've ever seen. I love the castle in the background. We've got the, what is it? A saber? Not a saber. What's the claymore? Is it a claymore? I love that. The sword. We've even got a helmet down on the bottom. Do you see the helmet? And I love this font. I don't know what this font is, but you see it over and over again. I'm here for it. Love her dress. Love, again, I don't know that he's wearing anything. What do we think? I would love to know. And that looks like around her neck and then going down, it looks like a scarf, but the flowers in her hair. I mean, this is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Maybe they have other covers too. You know they do. You know they do, Terry. I'm sure. And they're not nearly as beautiful. I bet that you're right, though. I bet that's what it is. You have the cover without his bottoms at home? There it is, Elizabeth. I knew it. Okay. See, Elizabeth has this without the bottom. Or with the bottom, depending on how you're saying it. But yes, see, I knew I'd seen one without. Isn't that interesting that there's 2 versions? Interesting. Okay. It could be a claymore or just a 2-hand sword. Okay. Okay. And yes, Silly is a girl and loves sexy stepbacks and covers. Silly, Silly, I think you just need to be the official mascot. You've been the unofficial mascot, but I think it needs to be made official. I think that's it. Okay, I'm going to say this right now. Are you ready, Wyoming? If you have time, please email me here a picture or 2 of Silly, and I am going to put her in. If you're comfortable with that. If you don't want me to, I totally get it. But I think that'd be really fun if Silly was our mascot. And I don't think anyone would complain. Because, I mean, Silly's got great taste, and she's gorgeous. So I think she needs to be the mascot. Okay? If you haven't had a chance to write my email or screenshot or whatever, it's in my description box. Or you can just forget it that I ever said it if you don't want to do it. That's totally fine. Okay. I'm going all over the place, guys, but you know what? I'm sure you're not surprised. Go to any senior's home with a big bag of books, and I guarantee you they'll have all of these old covers and would trade you. Shannon. Even the one with the bathing suit is barely there. I know. Okay, we're going to go back to that one again, aren't we? What a shame. So sad to go back to this one yet again. It is kind of funny, though, like the juxtaposition of him wearing whatever that is and her in a full gown. I mean, I love it. I love the gown, too. But it's like where were we going? Obviously, very different places. Very different events that day. And Silly has the perfect name. It's true. Silly does have the perfect name. She really does. I mean, she's got it all. We need her. We need her. Okie doke. Number 8. Already, you're saying? Already? Number 8 of the Mallory Anderson family was published in 1987. This is Secret Fire, starring Robert Redford, apparently. I love this cover. It looks like we've got like a manor or Tudor style home in the background. And of course, we're on a fur rug because why not? And I love her, what would you call that? Negligee nightgown. This looks like it's far more recent. We may have jumped in time, but it's gorgeous. And I think I have this one, but I'm going to stop turning around because no one needs to. Oh, it's right here. Oh, it's right here. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay. Do you know, I tried very hard to get my act together and go through all of these before we went on. And it's just been so busy around the house. So we're going to go through them though. Don't you worry. What? Her gown is slipping though. Uh-oh, Terry. Wardrobe malfunction. Club Med sure was wild back in the day. Oh my gosh, you're so funny. Good morning, Molly. Hello. So happy you're here. Okay, just so you know, Molly, what we're talking about right now, and for anybody that just joined, Johanna Lindsey, talking about her Mallory Anderson family as well as her other works because her birthday's coming up. So we're just using this as an opportunity to celebrate all that she is and all that she's done. This is number 9 of the Mallory Anderson family. Silver Angel, which I just showed you. I got this one published in 1988. So exciting. We just did talk about this, so I'll pop on to the next one. I've seen this one so many times. Prisoner of My Desire. This is book 10 of the Mallory Anderson family, published in 1991. I love this cover. I love the horse in the background, the castle. It's just awesome. Now, this is one I just found online, but I feel like I've seen prettier, like sometimes if it's hardback, for example, it's on the back, but I feel like I've seen it with better font. So I know I need to stop turning around. I'm so sorry. Oh, here we are. Boom. Okay. Okay. So here's my one moment. Whoa. Why is this so? Okay, whatever. So Johanna Lindsey, Prisoner of My Desire. There we are. Oh, this is obviously the step back, but this is my favorite. I just love it so very much. So very much. Okay. That is very large. Okay, that's a little better. Not much better. Okie dokie. Prisoner of My Desire isn't Mallory Anderson. It's a standalone? No! Wikipedia lied to me. They lied. Okay, well, now I need to question everything. So sorry, but thank you for correcting me, Sock, because I want to make sure I'm not just telling people untruths. Oh, no, he has clothes on. Yeah, it's a shame, Dee. Look at all those clothes. Oh my gosh, you guys are the best. Until Forever. We know this one. Number 11 of Mallory Anderson family, hopefully. Published in 1995. I know I have this one. I'll just show it to you later. We're going to go through all these. I like your version with a step back. Yes, thank you, Paige. Yeah, I think this is better. I really do. And not just because it has a step back, but I just like the foiling, the embossing. I love the rose. Yeah, I'm guessing this was just another version, but I mean, it's nice that they still have the art. So, okay. And then, I do need to show you another one because, and Sock, I don't want to miss your comment. You might check against what Goodreads has to say about the series. Thank you. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say this right now. So if anybody watching the playback, in my description box, I'm going to make certain that I have the actual Mallory Anderson based on Goodreads. Thank you, Sock. Listed in order later on. So, because I hate giving misinformation. I can't stand that. So thank you very much, Sock. This will be corrected. If anything is incorrect, it'll be corrected in the description box. Okay. Because Until Forever isn't part of that series either, for Pete's sake. Wikipedia, you done me dirty. You done me dirty, Wikipedia. It's okay, no clothes again. Oh, she's referring to this one. No, wait. No, this. No. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's okay. Sorry, Dee. Phew, that was a close one. He's not wearing clothes. I see where you're going, Dee. I see it. Fantastic fiction is a great resource for checking series. I think I even have that linked and I didn't check it. No, because why would I have? No. I was like, Wikipedia, that's the best one. Absolutely not, apparently. I've learned something today. I'm more cynical now as a result of this. So there you have it. And there's the Claymore. And I love it. And you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and show it because bam. And I really can't stand to have my books away. Okay. Love. Now you can really see the foiling and the leaves. Look at the leaves. Are you kidding? I don't know who went, you know what? We need autumn leaves on here, but I'm really glad they did. And kudos to the person that was able to take this picture online because it's so hard to take a picture of a foil cover like this. And then of course, yeah, we've got, I guess I should make this big, shouldn't I? Boop. There it is again, really large. I don't know why we're doing that. But yeah, isn't this gorgeous? Look at the leaves. It's just absolute perfection for fall. Ugh, fall is my favorite season. I don't know about you guys, but this is the perfect fall book and also the whoa, he's not wearing clothes book. And again, I don't really understand why they chose to put absolutely nothing here but white. I don't know if the artist got tired. What happened? What happened there? Okie dokie. Let's go back over here. Welcome to the dark side. Thank you, Kristen. I feel very welcome. Okay, I do need to show you this. Home for the Holidays. This is book number 12 of the Mallory Anderson family. Maybe, probably not. From 2000. We're just going with this. We're just going with it. The cover leaves something to be desired. However, and I could not find the step back to save my life, but I have, oh, for Pete's sake, where is it? I have the, I have the one with the step back. And maybe we'll just go through all these in a little bit because I don't want to, I feel like it's just painful me turning around constantly and looking confused. So we'll come back to it. But there's a really neat cover for this that I would love to discuss with you in a moment. Until Forever is time travel, and they have a passionate multi-week interlude prior to the Battle of Hastings, which took place in mid-October. Thank you, Sock. Oh, I love it. This is terrific. See, I knew you guys would know more things than you could share. I love this. Thank you. Love that. Okay. We talked about Home for the Holidays, number 12, supposedly. Then we have number 13. This is where, for me personally, I just said I wasn't going to give my opinion because I wanted to know what your thoughts are. But right around 2003, it looks like the covers are just not quite up to snuff. When you compare this with what we were looking at in the 70s, I don't feel like it compares. I would love to know your thoughts. And feel free to disagree, truly. If you're like, no, this is way better. I mean, this is a nice cover. We got a real cowboy vibes going on. But yeah, I don't know. I'd love to know what you think. I have the step back edition for that one, and it's very Christmassy. Yes, I do too. I just have to find it. We'll look at it in just a minute. That is a big change, right? Yes. And then it's around the time the 3D graphics had started. Oh, good to know, Terry. Terry always knows the inside scoop. This is the cover for Marriage Most Scandalous in 2006. And again, it's like, okay, it's not bad, but it's nothing like those early covers. We also have number 15, supposedly. This is 2011, When Passion Rules. I don't mind this cover. I'm just going to say, because, I just love curtains. It's a good cover. This is a good cover. Prefer a couple on the cover. Agreed. Do you know, Mary, it's so funny you say that because I feel like, and tell me what you think. I know many of us are part of the Tea and Biscuits book club. We read The Widow of Rose House, and I don't know that I would have read it. I don't know that I would have picked it up. For one thing, it seemed gothic, like too gothic for me. But also the cover is a woman just from the back holding a key. And because, like you, I tend to prefer a couple on the cover, I don't think it would have said to me, this is a romance. And I'm just, let everybody just weigh in. How do we feel about, like, what is the preference in terms of covers? Do you like cartoon covers? Do you like the discrete covers, which are now on the rise, apparently because of TikTok, where they're like just, it almost looks like wallpaper? I'm not knocking them. I don't think, but I would love to know. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Sir, your bottom was photoshopped. Okay, well, let's take a look at this photoshopped bottom. Shannon says, I have to admit, while I love the dresses and everything on the old covers, I'm really not a Fabio fan. I know, don't banish me. I do like the new covers better. Okay, well, see, there you go. I'm thrilled. I love hearing this. I think they were more sexy back in the 70s. Wow, number 15, yum. I know, Jenny. That's what I'm saying. Let's look at it again. Thornwick 1. There is a period of reissue that are castles and manor houses. Oh, I think you're right. I mean, I know you're right. Yes, good point. This we call a poke through in 3D graphics. Interesting. I'm not a Fabio fan either. Look at that. See there, Shannon, you're not even alone. Yes, I would have not read The Widow, right? And I'm so thankful that I did. Such a great book. I like a discreet cover, says Sock, with a sexy step back. Yes. Best of both worlds. Yes. Yes. Shannon, I say I can't believe it's not Buddha every time he's on a cover. That's right. I forgot about that campaign. Don't get those pants wet, or maybe do. Do. Shannon, I love it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Are we even ready to move on to another cover? I don't think I have this one. Oh, I wasn't going to read The Widow of Rose House until I saw your review. See? And now we're obsessed. I still need to read her other two. Because I read the Christmas novella, and then, I read obviously The Widow of Rose House, but I really want to read more of her work. Elizabeth says, I honestly don't have a huge preference for covers. Well, that's good. But I do think it's interesting that it's trade, right? Because it's traditionally published publishers are starting to put stepbacks in new romance books. Yes, especially in contemporary. I've found that fascinating. Jenny says, I'm not fussed on the cartoon covers, but I think it's to attract a YA audience, even if it's not appropriate. Yes, no, that would not be appropriate. So many covers that are cartoon, so misleading. Truly. Okie doke, let's move to the next one. Number 16, Johanna Lindsey's Make Me Love You. Now, this one looks like a lot of awesome covers that I love that are published today. I mean, this looks like a lot of the other, you name it. Sarah McLean, Lisa Kleypas. I mean, the list goes on and on. It's nice. It's very nice. But still, there's something neat about those vintage covers. I feel like it's extra special, personally. Yeah. And then we have Temptations Darling at number 17, supposedly in 2019. And, that's the last one. It's because there were 17. So I just thought I would take you on that journey that maybe wasn't an appropriate journey because Wikipedia has done me wrong and lied to me. He looks like Jared Padalecki from Supernatural. Yes! You know what, Kristen? There is, I think Talk and Terry. Terry just put up a new model, I want to say. I think you did, Terry. Well, I don't know if you know who Jared Padalecki is. Padalecki. And isn't he also, Jared Padalecki, is he also was he in Gilmore Girls? Is that the one? I feel like it is. But I saw him in a different cover and I was like, oh my gosh, that looks like Jared Padalecki. I'm going to have to look for that cover now. But I feel like it was one that Terry put up in our cover models in the Tea and Biscuits Discord. The new model is Avan. Okay, so I'm going to have to look at Avan under the new models in the Tea and Biscuits Discord and see if that's the one I was thinking of. Yes, he was in the Gilmore Girls. Okay, then yes, that's Jared Padalecki. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Avan looks like Connor Floyd. Oh, yes, you and I were talking about that. Okay, I'm going to find that cover where the guy looks exactly like Jared Padalecki to the point where I would be like, did he model? Did he maybe model for a bit and we didn't know? Yes, that's right. Gilmore Girls. Okay, so because we enjoy, that's just so big, looking at covers and things like that, I'm going to take you through what I have, sort of like a a book haul, if you will, but it's just specifically Johanna Lindsey. So we're going to talk about these. If you have any background information, oh, hey, oh, I didn't send you the link, Kerry. I'm so sorry. Kerry, I'm going to get with you in 1 minute. I'm going to get with you in 1 minute, Kerry. I'm sorry, Kerry. Poor Kerry. She's coming on later. I'll be right with you. 1 moment. Oh, wait. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to, I'll do it right now. I'm so sorry, guys. This is what happens. Do you know why I may have forgotten to send Kerry the link? Because I have a live now. I also have a live tonight for the Tea and Biscuits Discord, the reading sprints. It's going to be so fun. And then there's another live for members on Sunday. And I've been planning all of them. And I'm like, I did everything I needed to do. And then there's poor Kerry going, hey, where's my link? Sorry. Okay, that should have done it. Let's see if it worked. Okay, and then good night. I'm so sorry, guys. Live. Oh, Kerry, you're just the best. Everybody's like, hey, Kerry. Wait till you guys meet Kerry. If you haven't had the pleasure yet, you're going to love her. You're going to love her. Oh, Wyoming, I tried to send you a picture of Silly at your email. I hope you get it and you can share it. It's her sexy doggy pose. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, she's probably so precious. Oh, I can't wait. How fun. Okay. All right. Let me just make sure that Kerry got it. Okay. I think she's doing it. I'm getting the 3 dots over on Instagram. I think she's got it. Okay. Let's talk about some of these Johanna Lindsey covers. I'm really, really excited. This is what I've got. Oh my gosh. I showed you this on Valentine's Day as like my theme Thursdays because of all the red. But this is Heart of the Warrior. And this is one of my most favorite stepbacks. It's just so dramatic. This was done by the artist Victor Godino, who says, like in an interview, that he likes to make his art almost grotesque, which I didn't really understand until I started to look at it. And I was like, I kind of see that because it's just so dramatic. And he's so built and the lines are so strong. But I found this fascinating. So this is, as I mentioned, The Heart of the Warrior with art done by Victor Godino. He's one of my favorite artists, my favorite stepback artists. Okay. Okay, there, we're good. I think we're good. Okay, we also have That Perfect Someone. This is a Mallory Anderson novel. Thanks, Wikipedia. What a mess. I tell you, I'm so sorry, guys. I thought I had made my perfect little slideshow, and now it's for naught because apparently all we did is just looked at books that she published over the course of several years that had no interrelation. So I apologize. But anyway, this is a Mallory Anderson novel. This is definitely a newer step back. This looks like a photograph to me, and it's giving me pirate vibes within, and also, obviously on the cover. But I do love that. Yes. And Elizabeth says Godino is one of my favorite artists for stepbacks. I feel like his art is so vivid. Yes, that's the perfect word, Elizabeth. Very vivid. Very vivid. We also have A Heart So Wild. Oh, does she look a little like Barbara Streisand to you? I am just going crazy over this cover. Obviously, this is set in the West. I love the drama. It's so beautiful. It's one of my favorites. And another recent acquisition, too. I know, it does look like a photo. Oh, look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. Thank you, Kristen. I'll be here all week. Don't forget to tip your waitress. The Mallory Anderson families were in all shipping and other maritime pursuits. Thank you, Sock. Look at you. A wealth of information. I just love it. That's great. Okay. Then we've also got Love Me Forever. Look at the embossing. Oh, it's so beautiful. And then we've got the step back clearly. This is, I tell you, I feel like we get to a point where maybe we don't need to go to the gym one day. We could skip it. We don't need to go every day. I don't know. Maybe a sandwich is in order, or one fewer protein shake. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Let's see. Kerry, do you want to come on now, or do you want to wait? I see you up here. Yes. Okay, I'm getting a thumb up. Hey, girl.
Hey.
I'm so happy you're here. I'm sorry. I'm like ping-ponging you back and forth. I'm like, what about 11? What about now? What about da-da-da?
Yeah, whatever. I just figured I'd chill on here till 11 and watch the show.
Yes. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy, guys. This is Kerry of Booked for Romance.
Hi.
She's one of my favorite. She's one of my favorite people. One of my favorite humans, and I'm just so happy you could come on. And because you're
B is one of my favorite people too, though. Honestly, you
Oh,
are the best. That's why everyone's watching. They know. They already know.
You're so sweet. We're just looking at Johanna Lindsey covers and stepbacks right now in celebration of her birthday coming up. So we were talking about her. And I know she's not necessarily your cup of tea, right? Because
no, I do. The problem is when I got like those 1,500 historical romances,
yeah,
like I've only been able to read like one or two books from each author. So I've read a couple books by her, but I haven't read all of her stuff.
Right. Well, it would be hard to because there's so many, right?
There's so many.
So many. But yeah, I love this. Amina. Why even the kilt? Why indeed?
Well, there's some without the kilts that they're just
there.
Yep.
They're just there. Yeah. Oh, and Dee says hi. We're going to learn everything there is to know about Kerry when we come back from our sprints. I'm really excited. Okay, so this one, You Belong to Me. This is another one that everybody knows. This is Fabio it looks like a unicorn in the background, but I don't believe it is. I think it's just the hair. Everybody's always thinking it's a unicorn.
He's so iconic.
Right? And this is a great wintertime one. You got the snow in the background. They're on a bare rug, like a white rug. The wind is blowing their hair in opposite directions, which I find interesting.
I like it because the unicorn's in the background. It almost feels like it could be a fantasy.
Right? Oh my gosh, here comes another one. Another Fabio, Johanna Lindsey, Defy Not the Heart.
Now that is a really hard cover to get.
I know, right? I was so lucky. I got it for like 90 cents at the used bookstore.
Wow.
I know. I was so lucky. Sometimes when I pay for things, I'm like, there was one time it was a library sale, and it was 10 cents for a Lisa Kleypas that had never been opened. Where is it? I'm spending all my time this morning just looking. Where is it? Okay, it's right around here somewhere. Oh gosh, which one? Okay, I'm not going to make you keep looking at me. Oh, wait, this is it. I spent 10 cents for this. It has never even been opened. This binding is perfect. And then, I mean, look at the laser cutting, the gorgeous flower, the embossing, and then I'm afraid to open it all the way. But this is, I want to say it's a Max Ginsburg artist. Don't quote me on that. I might have to look again.
Well, those retail now for like hundreds of dollars.
I got it for 10 cents. Mm-hmm. I felt bad when I was buying it. I was like, this feels like I'm stealing it from you. But that's what she wanted was 10 cents. I'm like, okay, I handed her a dime.
Yeah.
Salvo, the artist. I mean, it's either John Ennis or Max Ginsburg is the artist. Don't quote me. It's one of the two for sure.
Right.
I'm just gorgeous. Anyway, 10 cents. I tell you what, it's so fun.
Because back in the day, they had to go to artists.
Right. Well, Megan has a question, a silly question. But Fabio is the actual name of the original model, or is that just the moniker name that has been given to these kinds of models and covers? No, Fabio was the actual model. He's Italian, I believe. We'll find out more next week during his birthday celebration. But yeah, that's his name. Right. Oh, I found Kerry readathon for Bridgerton. Oh, you did the readathon for Bridgerton. Yay!
That's right. Yes. Hey, it's been a while.
Awesome. Okay, let's see. Oh, here we go. Another Fabio, Angel. I just love this. All the embossing. It's so hard to take a picture of this one too. But then we've got Fabio in the desert. And there's a Black Panther in the front, just like you would expect to see in the desert. I just love this cover though. I mean, again, the drama. And her
Right.
dress, are you kidding? It's gorgeous. It's
How many
gorgeous.
Johanna Lindseys do you think you have?
That is a great question. I will count them when we're in our sprints. I will count them. Let's see. And then, did I show you this? We looked at Tender Rebel? That's right, because Terry joked that Tender Rebel looks like the Lorax is hiding in her hair.
Yeah. That is a beautiful cover, though, with the hair.
Right? And then I've got even more. Oh my gosh, there. Whoa. Okay, here we go. We're going to watch me as I respect my books by throwing them around. Surrender My Love. Look at the border.
That's gorgeous.
I just love it so much. And
See?
again, we have Fabio.
No kilt.
Now, one of my favorite things about this, people are always like, is he wearing pants? I think I see a seam and a little bit of bunching right below the knee, which is the only way we know that he's wearing skin tight, skin toned pants.
Oh. Interesting. I would have been like, no, he's good.
Just boots. Just the boots and the arm cuff thing, which is interesting. That gives me fantasy vibes, right?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, and her dress. Oh my gosh, I know. I love it. B, can you video the next book sale you go to? Yes, I will. I do need to do that. I need to do that. Show those books. Who's the boss? I know. Sorry, Kristen. Bam. There you go, books. I think he just has wrinkly knees. Shannon, you're too much. I love it. He's just wearing boots. I tell you. Okay. We've also got Keeper of the Heart. Again, so many purple covers with gold foiling, but I'm totally here for it. This one, I think over the summer we were saying this gives like 80s metal, like hair metal vibes. Like I can almost hear the hair metal music in the background. He's definitely wearing pants in this one, guys. Right. Tan color breeches was a very common color back then. Thank you, Terry, for elevating the conversation with facts. If you weren't dropping the books, the ghost would be.
Hey, I didn't.
What'd you say?
I didn't know anything about the tan pants. That is like new to me.
Same. Does he have leather pants? Yes, you know it. Got to have the leather pants. We also have. I'm going to stop at 10:30, by the way. And then we're going to do our fun Yacht Rock, whatchamacallit, sprints. Joining, which this is all embossed. It's so gorgeous. And then we have, I do not believe this is Fabio. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
And this is another one where we're wearing a cape with no shirt in the snow, which is kind of funny. The other thing for me, this gives me like Count Dracula vibes, but it's not 100%.
With the castle in the back.
Thank you. That makes me feel better because I've read the summary. It has nothing, like when you read about it, it has nothing to do with that. Julie says, hello, everyone. Julie. Just got 4 new historical romances. The Perfect Bride by Brenda Joyce, Lost Lady by Jude Devereaux, River Lady by Jude Devereaux, and A Pirate's Love by Johanna Lindsey. Oh, awesome. Very cool. I want to drink. Kristen, you're so funny. I want to drink your blood in the snow.
Seriously, it could be what he's saying right now. Honestly.
Right? Now, you two were just together the other day, right? At the fantasy con, something
we were.
Con.
Yes. Oh. Yeah. The Romantic Con. I'm wearing my shirt today.
So are you?
I don't know if you can see that or not. Kind of hard to see.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So fun.
It was so much fun. So much freaking fun.
Oh, I'm so glad. That's awesome. Yeah, I love seeing all the pictures. Here we have, this is just the cover. Johanna Lindsey, a warrior's woman. I do believe this is Fabio, I think, maybe. Oh, and this is Elaine, the artist. I didn't note that.
Yes, that looks like Fabio to me.
And I love her hair the way it is. Can you tell this is 1989?
Oh, 100%.
Looks like
there's something about the pictures. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the wind is blowing the hair back, you know?
Yes, absolutely. I love it. They aren't historical, but my soon-to-be out-of-print Cara Bastone mass-market paperbacks came today. Shannon, I'm so excited for you. Yes, when I heard that those were going to be, that they were out of print, I thought, man, and I bought all of those at library sales for like 50 cents a piece.
That's
I'm
so awesome, B.
I know,
You're like
right?
my soulmate. We literally bargain shop. That's what we do.
It's so fun. Like there's something about the hunt, whether it's
Right.
online or in the store. It's just so fun. It's so fun. Yeah.
The things I've found at book sales will blow
Yeah,
your mind. Just
I
blow your
know.
mind.
Truly, truly.
Signed editions.
Oh, signed editions.
Yeah, I got the Caravel from it's not in here. It was from what is it? Stephanie Garber. She actually, because before she got really famous though, she would put in the book, welcome, welcome to Caravel. In the book, she hand
Stop.
wrote that. Yes. And someone was selling it for $1. So I picked it up for $1.
Oh my gosh, Carrie, that is so cool. Oh
So,
my gosh, that is so cool. I
because
love it.
authors, when they get super famous, they just kind of do a squiggle because they're signing
Oh yeah.
thousands upon thousands of
Oh yeah.
copies.
Well, think
So for
about
them to write words in a book is a big deal.
remember when we were at a Polycon and poor
Right.
Rebecca Yaros, she had like a hand brace on because
Right.
all that signing was killing her hand. I felt so bad.
Well,
Oh
I
man.
think even SJM has arthritis in her hand now from signing books.
Wow.
Thousands of copies.
Oh wow. Oh my. Wow. I tell you.
Yeah.
Oh, you got yours
What
yesterday.
you do
Page.
for your craft.
Yes, right? Exactly. Exactly. Okay, I'm gonna blast through the last of these because I said I was gonna do them, but then I also
Oh yeah, take your time. I'm having fun.
You're sweet. Okay, good. So here we have, this is probably Mallory Anderson based on Socks Info, which is, they tend to be maritime based, but here again we have Fabio, gentle rogue, pirate, and
She
apparently a thumbs up.
mostly used Fabio, right?
I don't know. I think so. I mean, he's certainly her most
Yeah.
notable cover model, and it's said that she's the one who really gave him his start. So,
Oh.
yeah, pretty cool. Here we have Man of My Dreams. This one's intense. This step back. I love the mask on the front, but then we have, oh no, this is a different one. This is, he's not wearing khaki pants in this. I'm telling you that for sure. This is Fabio with black hair, vastly underdressed when compared to our heroine.
That's a pretty dress.
It is. Not that anyone's going to notice.
No, not at all.
Kristen, those are not tan pants.
Nope. No way.
Oh, you know what, Kristen? That's a great idea. At that point, I'd get a stamp for the signing. And in fact, Rebecca Yaros did have a stamp, not for her signature, but those really cool like quotes and things. That was neat. That was really neat.
Yep.
I'm glad that she did that. Okay, I'm going to be counting a lot of Johanna Lindsey's during her.
See, this is my 21st century coming out. Somebody said it's not a dress, it's underwear, but like nowadays that'd be a dress.
Terry knows, she does a lot of studying of
That's awesome.
Vintage garb. So she's like she knows everything. We
That's gorgeous though. I would wear that as undergarments too.
Yeah. See, now she's less dressed up compared to him, so it's more appropriate.
Yeah.
Really, that's what it is. Johanna Lindsey's Say You Love Me. This one is intense, I feel like. And this is John DeSalvo, another huge model at the time. And it's funny, I don't know why. I feel like the coloring is off here. I've always wanted to I feel like there's a glare, but it's not. That's just, for some reason, his whole head is sort of orangey yellow, gold.
Right.
I don't know, but it's beautiful.
It's probably something to do with the story.
Yeah, maybe. Very well could be. This one, another one. This one is, oh my gosh, guys. So this is Glorious Angel, and this is a really old copy. This is literally from 1982.
Wow.
So the original. So, and you can see it's yellowing. It's so gorgeous.
Well, it's interesting because they put not the step back, they put it on the cover.
Right? Yeah, good point. And then this is 1984, the original from 1984, Brave the Wild Wind. I love this cover.
I know. I love the green.
Mm-hmm. And the waves, the way the waves are crashing up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, doesn't look like our man's wearing pants in this one. I don't know.
She was probably
Then
like the one that what is it, tested the bar about not putting pants on them. I could see that for Johanna Lindsey.
I love it. Here we have Hearts of Flame. This I do believe is Fabio again. Oh, and this is an Elaine from 1986. And we got a Viking ship in the background. It's really pretty. It's very pretty. This is another one that's more recent.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, and then, but I do like the step back. But again, it looks like a photo. Really, it's beautiful.
Does that have to do with pirates? Looks like a pirate
Oh yeah.
ship.
And I feel like it's really compelling too, because it's like, why is he tied up there? What is going on? Because this looks like it
Yep.
might be during a storm. There's water coming on the ship, and
Yep.
he's tied to the ship, to the mast.
He's gonna go down with the ship.
Right? Like, what's happening? What's happening? Yeah. Pants are for Boy Scouts and life insurance salesmen.
That's awesome.
Otherwise, you don't need them. I only have quite a few more.
All right.
Here we have a gentle feuding. I do have a gentle feuding. I wasn't certain. I love this. That red hair. So beautiful. I didn't know if I had this. I'm so happy. This is another one, I believe it's from either 1984. Oh man, this is a wraparound. Look at the back. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. And then, oh, here's another one. This is a wraparound as well. Heart of Thunder. It's just so gorgeous.
It's really pretty.
I feel like I need to do like a whole video on this and then take photos and really zoom in to give everything, it's due diligence, if you will.
Well, I just remember doing all the step backs, and it takes hours just because you probably have as many as I have, B.
Yeah, I have a lot. That's for sure. This is Johanna Lindsey's Once a Princess. Yeah, it does take a long time. It's a labor of love. I love this.
Absolutely.
And we've got the Spanish moss on top and the lily pads. Oh, and that man is jacked. Yeah. Again, don't know how much he's wearing.
I'm going to say he's wearing not that much.
Yeah. Exactly. Fires of Winter. I love this copy so much. I need to get another one that doesn't have a bit of damage right there. It drives me a little bit crazy because it's like, oh, it's so perfect.
It's so hard though. It's really hard.
It's really hard to find another one of these because this is another original from 1980.
That's crazy.
I know it is. It's really crazy. Yeah, I've still got more. I can't believe it. The Magic of You. And again, we got Fabio, another pirate, and black leather pants. And also, you know what, Terry? This is again, we know it's underwear now because this is just like the dress that she was wearing in the other one. Interesting.
Right, because you forget there's an underdress, or like, what do they call it? A chemise?
Yeah, or like, and yeah, there's like so many layers. So
right.
I need to learn more about that. This is the Home for Holidays. I was talking about this earlier in the video in the live, and here's the step back that goes with it. And I think I want to say John DeSalvo, but don't quote me on that. We've got a little mistletoe
right.
So pretty. All the Christmassy plants.
Right.
So cute. So very fun. And then I'm almost done, guys. I've only got 3 more. We've got The Pursuit, which I love this castle.
Yeah.
So fun. And look at that. Oh my gosh. Again, questionable. I don't know how much clothing anyone's wearing, but at least we've got a tartan.
That actually is really cute how they did the plaid instead of on him, put it on her.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. Good point. Terry was saying a camise, I want to say, and petticoats.
Chemise?
Okay. That sounds
so. I don't know though.
That's better. That sounds better. Do it. Let's just say that. We've also got, this one is a more, modern cover, clearly. Stormy Persuasion. I really like this though, even though it doesn't have all the other vibes. I love the rain. It's coming down. It looks really intense.
I like a good guy cover. Like I will go down. I will die on that hill. Because
I
I
love
mean, when they started to do the discrete covers,
Yes.
like The Deal by L. Kennedy had these 4 beautiful guys on the covers with their chests, whatever, and then they got rid of them. And I could
Yes.
never get them. It was like I got the audio and I waited, and then she got rid of them like the same month I found her or something. So it was like,
Oh, that's what happened with Kristen Callahan. 4
Right.
gorgeous books with gorgeous guys on the cover, and now they're cartoon covers. She's
yeah,
re-releasing
I
that's
just,
content.
yeah.
It's all about like the trends, I guess.
Well,
Shannon,
and I get it.
you're not alone on that hill, Kerry.
Yeah, because I mean, I get it because some people, kids or whatever, you don't want to be reading this book in front, whatever. But I mean, I am a cover person, so I'll read a book based off
Yeah.
of the cover.
Guy covers forever.
Yep.
Truly. This is my
My
last one,
people.
guys. Yeah, the people. Yes. The gold, we got gold all over the front cover, which is so fun. And we got a stirrup here. And then this is John DeSalvo, another Western. So beautiful. So very pleased. I had no idea. And this is another Elaine. She obviously worked with Elaine quite a bit, the artist. So really cool.
Yeah. I mean,
Whoa.
it's so impressive with how many books she had, and each cover is so different.
Yes. Yes.
That's
Truly. I know. I know. So, and I had no idea I had this many Johanna Lindsey until right now. So I have like 4 stacks right now. I need to count these. I'm going to do it. But before we do, we're going to do 2 things. Well, anyway, what we're going to do, I love lives. I mean, I actually do, but then I say and do things and I'm like, man, I wish I could edit that out. Can't do that.
You're doing great. Are you kidding?
Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. Today, we're celebrating Sarah the Bookish Knitter's birthday. It was just a couple of days ago, so we are going to do that this morning. She enjoys country music, so we're going to play some country music. People that enjoy getting their cardio get to do that with us. If you feel like dancing, you can, or you can turn your camera off and be like, I'm leaving. Whatever you want. But and then we're going to do we're going to have a 30-minute sprint for productivity and reading and counting my Johanna Lindsey books. But normally we just do like a fun, like a background whatever website. But I made a Yacht Rock 30-minute sprint video thing because we had an author visit on Tuesday who is basing her series on Yacht Rock, and she was talking about how much she and her husband enjoy Yacht Rock on Friday nights, and that's how they sail into the weekend. And I was like, that's so cool. And we were talking about it, and some people had never heard of it. And so what I did is I looked up online literally like what are the most popular Yacht Rock songs, and then I went into Epidemic Sound and I typed in each title to find the most closely related song I could find to each of the Yacht Rock songs. So there's nothing that's copyright infringing, and I also tried to stay away from vocals because I know some people are going to want to read. So I didn't know if the vocals would kind of, bother them. But if anybody decides, like, while we're listening, that they hate it, that they hate Yacht Rock all of a sudden, they can mute it and just know it's exactly 30 minutes. So if you come back in 30 minutes, that way you don't have to be like, now I have to listen to this for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun. It's fun. And I think you guys are gonna hopefully like it. So I see a couple comments, and then we're gonna do the birthday, and then we're gonna do the sprint. So, and then we'll come back and we're gonna talk to Kerry. I can't wait to just learn all about Kerry. I'm so excited. Sock says Rachel Reed is doing that with the Game Changer series, changing the covers. Interesting.
That's crazy.
Right? Stormy Persuasion is the next generation, the daughter of the gentle rogue. Oh my gosh, really cool.
Oh,
Okay.
she's doing this gen? That's awesome.
I love that. Yeah. And those have
That's
to be the
cool.
Very cool.
Okay, well, I might be reading that series.
I know, right?
I love next gen. I love next gen.
Yes, so cool. Shannon says, I'll read any of them in public, regardless of the cover. No remorse.
Me too.
Oh, girl.
Yep.
You go. If you want to judge me by the book I'm reading, have at it. Right?
You know what? This is what I think. At least I'm reading. Like that's
Yes. 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 Happy birthday, Bookish Knitter. Yes. Happy birthday, Sarah. Look, she's already ready. Susan's ready to celebrate. Judge all you want. It doesn't bother me. I love. Yes. Agreed.
Yes. Agreed.
All right. People are ready to celebrate. So I'm going to remove this thing. And let's see. I actually put it in. We'll go straight from the birthday to the sprints. Oh my gosh. My thing is not plugged in. Hold on one second. I don't want my computer to die. I had it plugged in to the wall, but this isn't plugged in. It's always something. You know what?
You're good.
Every single thing, and then still things happen. All right, guys, we're going to do this. Here we go. Let's celebrate Sarah's birthday. That was so fun. Yay! Normally I like on the side when I do that, but I did the video differently. I had it in the StreamYard, so it just took over, which was kind of cool actually. Otherwise I'm like,
that was so awesome.
Right? I love that we always do different music too. Mary's birthday is coming up, and she was telling me some of the music she likes, so I'm gonna get the perfect music for her birthday. Sweet Mary. You wait. I'm excited. There's a lot of birthdays this month. It's amazing.
Yeah.
When is your birthday, Kerry? Just offhand.
July.
Okay, that's fun.
I'm a little Leo. I'm a little feisty one.
I love it so much. All right. So what we're going to do right now is we are going to try this. And if we like it, we're going to do it more Fridays, just to, sail into the week, just like Katie Delahanty does. So here we go. We're going to try this 30 minutes. If you hate it, just mute it. And we'll be back in 30 minutes. Hopefully everybody is going to get some great reading done, some productivity. We'll come back. We'll talk about it, what we did, and then we'll talk to Kerry. I'm so excited. Okay, here we go. Still have to talk to myself while I do this. And I'm going to go ahead and mute.
step down when I'm talking about the weather. I won't step down when I'm talking about the weather. Read my lips. I won't step down when I'm talking about the weather. Read my lips. I won't step down when I'm talking about the weather. I won't step down when I'm talking about the weather. Read my lips. I won't step down. I won't step down. I won't step.
Okay. I promise that was almost 30 minutes, but I was like, I don't want to run out of time to talk to Kerry. And I thought, oh my gosh, how long is this? I don't know how we feel. I love what Stacy said. She goes, let me remove this. She goes, I just tuned in and I'm not sure what's going on, but I seem to be on the love boat and I'm not mad about it.
She wins comment of the day.
I know. What is this?
I don't know if you have a comment of the day, but she wins it.
I know. We have so many good comments. That would be a really fun thing to do because everybody here, they're just amazing.
Oh, I know. And the vampire one, you should you've got some funny people on here. You need to do a comment of the day.
Yes, we do. I love that. I feel like our show just gets better and better. Although, brutal honesty, everybody, how did we feel about this? Because there were some highs and lows when it came to the music. I was like, oh my. These poor people. And you know what I needed to have done is put like a little timer on the bottom or say like we're coming back at such and such.
Right.
I didn't think of that.
Right.
And then it was so funny because at one point I was like, I'm gonna fill
No, that's okay.
I have no idea how much time is left because I didn't pay attention to when I started it. But the video was exactly 30 minutes long. So anywho, yeah. So we were doing reading sprints inspired by Yacht Rock, thanks to an author who visited on Tuesday who talked about sailing into Friday, every Friday with her Yacht Rock, sailing into the weekend. So that's what we were attempting to do. I don't know how we felt about it though. I thought I saw Kerry sans glasses on her yacht. Was that you, Kerry, on your yacht?
I don't know.
You know, I'm getting my yacht cleaned right now.
Yeah, let me get
my yacht.
I am in Southern California, so I'll run into one eventually.
There you go. Go long enough and you'll find somebody on a yacht. I love it. Oh, only our Kerry has a prettier smile. I love it.
Thank you. That's really sweet.
It's so true. We love Kerry. Oh, and Lee was here. Oh, and we missed her. She said, hey, and then she disappeared.
Yeah, she's like, Megan, how it is. You bounce on from work and you're like, okay, kind of bounce off now.
I know, right? She's such a hard worker too. Megan asked a great question. Do you make a different video every time or is it a pre-made video? Either way, love the thought of you putting into celebrating everyone. Yeah, so it is different every time because it does have the same kind of things as I'm looking for on Canva, fun little birthday like video snippets, and then I put them together differently. And sometimes what I've started thinking about doing is tailoring it more to the kinds of music that people pick. So I need to get better about that. But yeah, things just sort of are developing over time with this show. So
just to let you guys know, because I've worked with Canva, this takes a lot of time. Like you don't realize the amount of effort B puts into these things. Like I saw that and I was like, that had to take you hours, girl. Like I was looking at that and it was like, it was amazing. It was so great. You. But like, it was fun. I think people think, oh, the videos, they just go up, but like those are hours of love. It's all love because you don't get paid for your time.
This is right. Yeah, that's true. It does. I do love Canva though. It is very fun. Yeah. It's like a fun way to relax.
Yeah, if it's a hobby, then yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Kerry. By the way, I love this. Love below deck.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't realize you could make a video on Canva. Yes. It must have taken a while. It did. Yeah. Like the other day when we did the Abby Jimenez read along, I made a fun video that I didn't tell the girls about. And they were crying. It was just them and the books we read with really fun music, but I'm always learning how to do new things on Canva. And I love just sort of, stretching my wings on Canva. And so I made I didn't know that there was a certain video aspect of Canva that I love.
Well, I'm learning it too. Like I knew that there were like the intros, like you could put the intros in there and the 5 seconds things can fly into your video, but like I didn't know you could do a full video.
Right? Yeah. It's so cool. It is really nice. All of these things. So, all right. Now let's do what I've been looking forward to since you said yes. I want to learn all about you and feel free to correct me because what I want to know too, because I think about things more from a booktuber perspective, just because that's how I started. But I know you're also prolific on Instagram. So anytime it seems like I'm talking about booktube, feel free to jump into Bookstagram or Instagram and just talk about that. Okay. Okay. Good. Because I wanted to make sure I mentioned that. Okie dokie. Let's talk about some of these things. What made you want to be a booktuber, bookstagrammer?
Well, I feel like it was all like COVID time. It was like right when everybody was starting to get into booktube. And for me, like I always ran into people who read but didn't read what I read. Like it was literally like trying to find people who read what I read. So like book friends. And I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna like I've seen other booktubers. I really like their stuff. And I was like, you know what? I was following Jessica from Peace Love Books and we got into historicals, right? And then I ended up running into that haul of like 1,500 books for like 75 bucks. And I think that is kind of what prompted the whole movement of me doing a video because I wanted to show people this amazing collection from this woman and their kids were offloading these. I'm like, I was trying to give them more money. They were like, no, just take them away for 75 bucks. And it was the best deal I ever made. But this massive collection, I wanted to start showing people. And then that's kind of like prompted all the videos because all my first videos are historicals of like what I found.
I love it. I love it. Now, did you start with Bookstagram or BookTube first? Which one was your
It's funny. I started with BookTube,
Get
but then I
out!
realized, yeah, it's interesting. I was on Instagram, but I had like a personal account, so I didn't really count that. But I started with BookTube, and then I'm like, well, how am I going to show people my videos? Because you're like randomly on there. And then I made an Instagram account, and then I kind of started them simultaneously, but like I would say I created the BookTube account first.
That's so cool. I would have thought it was the other way around. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
How long have you had a channel? I think we kind of know this if you said it was during COVID, but
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
like
during COVID. So it's definitely like 2020, I think August of 2020.
oh
Cause
wow.
at that point in time, people had time. So like I had time on my hands and I was like, yes, let's make some videos. Let's be proactive about something.
I love it. That's when I really started watching
Yeah.
around that time. There was no way I could have done a channel though, because I at that point I had an 8-month-old.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Not gonna happen. And I was
Right. Right.
trying to do school with my other, like my oldest was in kindergarten and I had an 8-month-old and then I had another child who was 3. And he was like, I
Right.
love me also. It
Well,
was
see, and
because
I
you
don't
had
know. I
no,
don't
yeah.
know if a lot of people know this about me, but I have 3 kids, but they were already homeschooling. Like that was something because my son, he needed to be homeschooled. I won't go into all that, but he's actually a very good kid. I make it sound like it was just
No,
a
not at
social
all. No,
situation for
some
him.
children thrive in a home environment for sure. I mean,
Right.
everybody's different.
Right. So since I was already homeschooling them, it wasn't nothing changed for us. So literally we just kept going, which everybody's like, you're brilliant. You were homeschooling, whatever. But I'm like, we didn't plan on a pandemic to make us
Right.
look like we knew what we were doing. You know what I mean? Like that was not where we wanted to go with that. So
That's so funny
yeah.
with me and masks. I had masks already because I have a dust allergy. And so if
Oh,
I was
see, and you
sneezing, I'd
were,
have to wear a
yeah.
mask. And people are like, "You have a mask. Where'd you get a mask?" And I'm like, "Oh, I've already had this. I use
Right,
it when I
right.
clean. Now I'm wearing
Yeah.
it out."
Yeah, exactly. So yeah,
So
so when they're like so it didn't really affect our routine because our routine just kind of kept steady. So then
yeah.
I could just film videos because we already had the curriculum we needed. We just kept going like
Wow.
nothing's
Wow.
changed. So
That's amazing. That's amazing. I've not heard that type of story yet. That's really cool. That's really cool. What do you do on your channel? And feel free again, Instagram, tell us what you're
well, and
known
this is
for.
the thing, like I try to do YouTube as much as I can, but the problem is with 3 kids and my son is like baseball, baseball, baseball. They're serious when they say baseball because it's like 6, 7 days a week. So I'm like, but I want to get back on YouTube, at least doing a video, at least minimum a video a year, like minimum. But I am active on Instagram almost like
Yes.
every day, if not every other day, talking about books, showing books, things like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I really like fantasy romance. I got kind of put into this. I love historical too, don't get me wrong, but I kind of got put in that genre because I found so many of those books that everybody thought I only did historical. But I do love fantasy romance a teeny bit more, but I feel like historical and fantasy kind of go together because it's something that,
Yes.
it's just a different type of like fantasy world. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's just a vintage fantasy world. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes,
so
exactly.
so I feel like they kind of go together hand in hand. But other than that, I mean, I read a little bit contemporary, but it has to be like ultra recommended. Like one of my favorite authors is probably Mariana Zapata. So like I don't forgo
Oh, okay.
contemporary. Yeah, Mariana Zapata, that girl can write a slow burn like nobody's business.
Did you read The Wall of Winnipeg and Me?
I've got like 3 copies behind me.
Get out! Because I
Yeah.
wanted to read that because we did our best book boyfriend bracket back in
Uh-huh.
February, and that guy, the hero in that one, got so far, and I've never read it, and I've never read a Mariana Zapata either. And people are like, "You've got to read this," so I'm
Yes.
going to at some point
Just
soon.
be prepared because it's a slow burn. So like if you want instant gratification, that's not your book. Like it's
Oh, no,
gonna
that's
be at the
fine.
very end.
That's fine. No, I love that, actually. That's my jam.
Okay.
I love a
Yeah,
good slow burn.
exactly. So if that's your jam,
Yeah.
she is the queen of slow burn, the
Oh
absolute
my gosh.
queen.
So fun. So fun. Susan says she loved your Bridgerton live shows.
Thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. That
So
makes me feel so good.
did you watch the show then live and you're doing like a response video at the same time?
So what's really interesting is we read through the series knowing that season 1 was coming out, and we just went book by book by book and we read the full series. And there's other hosts, like a few other hosts, and it was a really fun time. Like it was a great way to prep for the series. And then when we got to see it on Netflix, I always am going to say the books are better. I mean, Julia Quinn, she's amazing, but I really love what they did with the Netflix show. They did a lot of good things with it, and I was really happy with it. So,
Oh, that's so cool. Megan says, "Ooh, good. I want to know where to dive in for fantasy romance." Yeah, because we don't
there's
do
so
enough of
many
that here.
places. Yeah, there's so many places.
And I'm just realizing this, and I tried to hold. I'm proud of myself that I held myself back because I realized as I'm listening to you talk and I'm looking beside you, those are not spines next to you. Those are straight edges.
They're all edges. So all these
I just
books
felt
right
lost.
here, because here, I'll pull one of them out.
I know. Guys, do you see this? It's sprayed edges of these
So
books.
this is the spine. These are all the edges. So I mean, I get a lot of these are not even my top prizes or top gems, I guess you would say.
Oh yes,
like,
yes.
We'll go into that, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
I have a subscription boxes, but since they're starting to do so many edges now, I always display my edges now instead of the spines.
That is so cool. That is so cool.
They're a lot of fun. I mean, some of these are just absolutely amazing. Let me see if I can pull this one out. But like they put full on art. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Yes.
And to do that with paper, I think it's pretty incredible, but I don't know. Yeah, and actually this is really good. This is a really good book. The Bonesmith. But this is YA, so it just depends on because I definitely read both. But it just depends on where you want to start. If you're more into historicals, you may want to go new adult, if I had to guess.
Okay. Neat. And okay, you also mentioned your subscription boxes, and I have people ask me periodically, like, what do you like? And I actually am not not subscribed to a subscription box personally.
Right.
So I love to ask other people, what do you like?
Well, here's the thing. I wish they did an historical romance subscription box because I have a feeling you'd be subscribed to that.
I totally would.
So I am a huge fan of Fairy Loot. I'm a huge fan of Arcane Society. Those are the 2 I have right now. The Romantasy, because there's 3 types of Fairy Loot. There's an adult, there's a YA, and there's a Romantasy. So Romantasy is primarily fantasy romance, which is why it's called Romantasy.
Okay.
But then there's a young adult, and then there's also an adult. So depending on like your age group, what you're looking for, because sometimes in the young adult they don't have to do a fantasy; they can do other things, and same with adult. But Fairy Loot kind of sticks more towards fantasy romance because that's kind of what Fairy Loot is all about. But there's other ones. There's Owlcrate, there's Illumicrate, there's there's so many of them. And you just honestly, Bookish Box, you just have to look at like what they've done in the past. And if it's books that you tend to like, go with that box. Because if you get a monthly subscription, you can't really just, they kind of like tell you what they're sending you instead of you picking you get skips if you want to skip that book for the month, but you only get so many. So if you don't really like a lot of the stuff they're sending you, like eventually you'll just lose the subscription if you want to keep skipping. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense, but I could talk about you. I could talk about this for like 30 minutes.
I'm so thankful though, because again, like people will ask me, I'm like, I'm not really your person. I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to, but I usually ask others.
Right. And they run about $38 a box for Fairy Loot just to give you like a price comparison, like a price zone.
Okay.
So like that's $38 a month, but you would have to think like if I go buy a hardback cover, because they're all hardbacks. If I go buy a hardback at Barnes and Nobles, it runs about 20, 25. So you're getting like a special edition for that, you know?
Yeah.
So
yeah. Okay.
And if you don't end up loving it, you could pass it on, you could sell it, whatever, you know, there's other things you can do with it.
Yeah, smart. Neat. Okay, let's see. I think we covered what genres you like to read. It sounds like primarily those top three. You've got the fantasy, historical, and occasionally contemporary is what I'm hearing.
You got it.
Who are your favorite authors?
Gosh, this is going to be so cliche. I feel like all the favorites are all the big ones. I have to admit though, okay, so of course I could talk about Sarah J. Maas. I could talk about Rebecca Yarros, which by the way, I feel like I was like one of the first people to like, I feel like announce Rebecca Yarros because I read a lot of her contemporaries. And when she told me she was writing fantasy, I literally posted it like right away. I was like, Rebecca Yarros, but then she blew up on her own. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but I felt good. I was already on the bandwagon really cool. Before.
You knew her way back when. I love it.
I'd like to say that, but you know. And then but I mean Marina Zapata, like I said, a couple for historicals like Tessa Dare, she's a favorite. Sarah McLean, she's a favorite. Gosh, who else do we see? LJ Andrews, she's a favorite for fantasy romance. She's kind of not a known fantasy, like she's getting more known, which when we saw her at Romanticon, she had a line continuously. And I was like, yes. So
yay. Oh,
yeah, she's really good. Callie Hart with Quicksilver, amazing. Yeah, I could probably talk about my favorite authors again all day long.
I love it. Would you call yourself a TBR or mood reader?
I'm definitely a mood reader, but I'm forcing myself to be a TBR reader just for the fact that I have too many books in my house that I need to read. Like, I'm like, Kerry, you bought these, you need to read them. So, yeah.
I totally get that. How many books do you tend to read at a time?
I'm lame. I read one at a time, maybe two.
That's so lame, Kerry.
Well, it's one of those moments where I'm like, odds are I'm going to mix them up. Like literally, I'm just not, I can't compartmentalize. Like sometimes I can. Like maybe one time I read a contemporary and fantasy, knowing the difference. But like, I just, when I engulf into a story, I completely engulf in there. So I don't want any disruptions from that story.
I totally get that. What I usually do about 2 at a time, maybe 3, and I try to make sure one's historical and one's contemporary because otherwise I will get them confused if they're both the same. I'll never forget one time I was reading Tessa Dare, The Governess Game, at the same time as Christina Britton's What's a Duke Got to Do with It, I think. and
Oh
they're
no.
both governesses that move in with them to take care of the wards. One of them had 3 children, one had 2. Like,
Oh gosh.
they're both
Good
like,
luck.
I know they were both kind of scientist types. I'm like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah,
It's way too. It was a problem.
that's a lot.
Now, what about this? Kindle audiobooks or physical books? So how do you prefer to digest your books?
Since I have children, audiobooks, it's so funny because I was forcing myself to read audiobooks to start with because they're not like they were now. Like audiobooks now, it's like a movie in your ear. Like literally, it's
Yes.
great. I love
Yes.
it. They have dual boys talk boy parts,
Yeah.
girl talk girl parts.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
now I like love them. But back in the
Yes.
day, I'm like, you have to do laundry, you have to do dishes, you have to clean the house, you have to get kids to places. Like
Yes.
audiobooks had to be the way to go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
I think I know the answer to this one. Hardback or
yeah.
paper?
Well, I love my hardbacks just because of what they're doing with them now. Yeah, I am a hardback girl, which is so inconvenient for the fact that if you ever move, they're like 5 billion pounds.
Oh yeah. You probably wouldn't
Yeah,
take these. Would you take one of these on vacation?
no, not in a million years. But see, this is the thing is like if I bought the special edition, most likely I'll get it on a Kindle. Like for like the
Mm,
$4 on a Kindle or whatever. I have Kindle Unlimited too. So 90% of the time they're on Kindle Unlimited. So I'll read it on Kindle Unlimited.
nice. I have Kindle Unlimited. We were talking about that the other day with some of my friends, and I was like, I have a subscription, and yet most of the time when I'm reading on my Kindle, it's ARCs. I hardly
Right.
ever use my subscription. I'm like, man, I need to not read as many ARCs, but no one's going to believe me when I say that. So I'm not even continue to
Well,
say.
I did the one where you gifted it to yourself for 3 years. Someone showed me how to do that,
Oh,
where you
what?
could gift it. Yeah, and it was such a good price. They stopped doing it. I'm
Oh,
like, because they kind of figured it out. But
yeah.
yeah, they walked me through on like how to gift it to myself, which technically it was a present for myself. So like technically, but it was a better rate for the next 3 years than it was paying the
Wow.
10.99 a month or whatever it is.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Check it
Li
to see if it's still available, just in
I
case.
know. We need to find out because I think our community would totally do like a project where we gift to each other
Yeah,
if
I
we
mean,
need
that
to,
would work too. Like, but
right?
reality, I mean, you can have your mom gift it to you. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, it's
there
a
you go.
gift, you know?
There you go. Wyoming says physical books for me, bottle the smell. Yeah, I love that
Yeah,
smell. I love a book
I love
smell.
it.
Library or bookstore? What do you think?
I I love libraries, especially since now you can get them like, on your what do they call that? On your tablets and everything.
Yeah, yeah,
We just yeah, it's just so I mean, I'm a homebody and for me to actually get out anywhere is really tough. So it's like almost library on your I mean, I would love to walk into a library all the time,
yeah,
but I
yeah.
just don't have time for that. I wish.
I understand. Well, that actually brings me then to this perfect question because it's library related, Libby or Hoopla?
Well, before I tell you Libby, but now that I got that 15 borrows from the LA library, now I'm going to tell you Hoopla. Because the big problem with Hoopla was you only got like 6 borrows. And I'm like, I could get through 6 borrows in 2 weeks. So now that I
Mhm.
have 15 borrows, I'm like, okay, that will last me a month, no problem.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. I love Hoopla too. Oh my
And
gosh.
you could get
And
it right away. Like it's not like
yes,
a 12-week waiting period, which Libby it
right?
is. Yeah.
Yes, yes, that's so true. That's so true. Dee says Audible got me through raising homeschool kids,
Thank
right?
you. Yes. This is a big one because when you homeschool your kids, they are always around. So sometimes
Yeah,
it's like, you do your work. Mommy needs a 30-minute break. Okay. You know this. So and if you really need something, come ask. But reality is, you
yeah.
guys can do, you're old enough.
Right, right. Yeah,
Uh,
I love Audible though too. I do. And today is the 7th, which is for me the day that I get my credit. I get a new credit.
right.
So always like on the 7th, I'm like, what am I gonna get? Mm-mm-mm. So
I
I
use
love
those
that.
credits like water. I'm like, and the credit's gone.
I know. And the bundle, they're like, what about a bundle? I'm like, okay. Like And you can get a bundle anytime, but they'll email me periodically and they're like, you could get a bundle. Like it's all of a sudden offered. I fall for
Right.
it every time. Like,
And here's the thing too with Audible, I look at the book, then I check Hoopla, then I check Libby, then I go back to Audible and see, if I can't, or I check. And this is one too, B. If you have Kindle Unlimited, go to Kindle Unlimited, and if you
yeah.
could borrow it, because sometimes you could buy the book for $7.49. That's still cheaper than using your credit, which is however much a month it is. So make sure you're not using your credit. If you're spending $15 on that credit, don't use that.
Yes.
Go use the
That is
$7.
brilliant.
Yeah.
I love that. I remember there were some things like through Whisper Sync. Every once in a while, I would see like if I grabbed something on Kindle Unlimited, I could get the audio, which I couldn't do it otherwise. But I hadn't seen that in a while. I didn't realize you could do that. That's great. Good tips.
Yeah, I
Good
mean,
tips from
save your
Kerry.
dollar bills anywhere you can. Like, you don't want to sit there and use your credit, because your credit is however much a month you spend. Like, I think it's $14.95 now a month. So, like, if you could
Mhm.
get it for $7, pay the $7.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. That's what I try. Sometimes I'll do that. Like if there's a book I really want, I'm thinking I'm not going to pay, $10 or whatever, or I'm not going to use
Right.
my credit on that. I want to use my
Right.
credit for a expensive book.
Yeah, like $30 for this Audible thing. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
credit.
Yeah. Time for the credit.
Yeah.
Yes. I love what Dee said. When they see you sitting, they need you. It's so
Yep.
true.
Yep.
Checking everywhere first. You got to do it.
Yeah.
You got to do it. Okay, let's see. What reading speed do you enjoy? Especially since you listen most of the time. What do you listen at?
I was at 2.5, but I've pulled it back to 1.7 just because I realized the faster I was going, I was trying to get through these books really quickly.
Mhm.
And for me, it's like that's a key sign I don't like it. Like if I have to up my speed, I know personally, this is a personal thing because everybody's different. Like if you up your speed because you could get through it faster, then awesome. But like for me, I was upping my speed because I was trying to get through it. And I'm like, no. So this year I DNF so many more books, which I'm so proud of myself because I tended to just struggle through it because I'm like, I'm this far. And in my mind, I'm like, why? There's so many great authors out there. Don't suffer through a
Mhm.
book if you don't
Yeah.
like it. I mean, even if you're the last 10%, if you don't like it, ditch it.
I love
You
that
know?
advice. I love that. Yes. Oh, that's so true. I've done that a couple times where it was like I
Yeah,
was towards the end and I was like, let me just get through this. But yeah,
right.
the
When I
2.5.
stopped caring about if it, like, I'll ask myself this question. If either the hero or heroine died, would you care? And if the answer is no, you don't care, then you're out of there. Like and it's harsh, but like that is, I'm like, if I don't care what happens to them, then why do I care about the ending, you know?
Sure, absolutely. Where's your favorite place to read?
Oh gosh, honestly, my bed. Like literally,
Oh,
it's just my relaxing zone. Like it's my
yeah.
favorite place in the whole house. Besides like my kids' sports events or theater events, my bed is the next best place.
There you go. I love it. When is your favorite time to read?
Anytime I can. Like
Yeah.
literally, like it's one day when I'm retired and the kids are out of the house. I'm sure I'll be like morning or whatever, but when I get a minute, I'm so happy.
I love what Dee said. If I lose interest in a book, I skip to the last chapter just to find out what happens. That's brilliant.
That is smart too. Like, hey, let's
Mhm.
just figure out where
Yeah.
this is going because odds are I'm not coming back.
There you
Yeah.
go. All right, it is that time. I'm so excited, Kerry. I want to see the
Okay.
crown jewels of your collection. Let's do
Okay,
it.
so I could have pulled 50 books. I'm not even playing with you. But
believe
I
it.
pulled 3, so you're not on here forever. How am I going to do this? Okay, I said Rebecca Yarros. Let's start with this.
Okay.
There was this book box that did this book and it was so cheap. I think it was $28, but they only did a limited supply and you can't find this anywhere. This is like the most impossible find and it's the Fourth Wing, but it's the one with her on the
Okay, let me see.
cover.
I want to see if I can do rats. How do I wait? Oh, shift 4. Shift 4. Wait. Press spotlight layout, press shift plus 4. Oh, shift. No, I don't know. I want to make you big. How do I do that?
Whoop, as I like drop my phone. Oh, there you go. But now you're gone.
Is that okay? Can you hear me?
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh,
But
good.
this,
Okay, good.
this is the one that like people try to get their hands on and they really can't.
Wow.
But then I also had the author sign this one too. So I do have a signature in here from Rebecca Yaros, which I don't know. Can you see that?
Yes. Oh my
So,
gosh.
now this edition is signed, and I think it's probably one of the few. But yeah, this cover, I haven't seen anything else like it, which I loved that was Taryn. I love the braid. It just worked for me.
Yes.
And this was the time like no one knew what some of the other characters looked like. It was not
Yeah.
really like pinpointed.
Yeah.
So like for them to do this, it was just amazing. It was one of my favorites.
What year was that
So
published? If you don't
it
mind.
was right when Fourth Wing came out.
Oh my
So let me
gosh.
see. I don't know if they put a publication date on this guy.
Sorry.
I'm gonna look.
I
No,
just have
that's
to know.
okay. Copyright 2023.
2023.
So
Oh
it
my
was
goodness.
right when it came out. So
It's gorgeous. And I love that braid too. So cool.
yeah, it was really cool. So the rest aren't really like covers as much as they are stories.
Oh.
So I'm gonna okay, you guys are gonna find this one fun.
Oh,
Okay, so everybody knows this book, right?
Yes.
So I went to Pasadena and I got something in this. So I went to go see her talk. Like she doesn't go and talk anymore, but it was one of her last talks that she did. And apparently something went wrong with the tickets and they were out early. So like there was a certain amount of tickets where you can like meet her. And they sold a day early or something went wrong with the system.
Oh,
so
no.
she put these golden tickets in the books.
What?
And I got to meet Sarah J. Maas because I
Oh.
randomly got a golden ticket in this book. And I think the golden ticket is like the most coolest thing ever. I think there's only 15 of these out here. But it's why I got to meet her because I actually brought my mom with me. Me and my mom went, and technically she got the golden ticket, but she doesn't, she doesn't read fantasy. She's like, here you go.
Yeah.
So I took it, and then yeah,
I love it.
So yeah,
cool.
it was really exciting. I got to meet her, which was a dream come true. Yes. And now you know how it is. Now that she's so big, it's so impossible to see her now. So I got my book, and then I got a signed book by her, which I feel like that in itself is amazing. So, and then this is one of the only books in my whole collection that is addressed to me. So I don't have any other books addressed to me but this one. Oops.
Oh my goodness.
So I was like, I'm never getting rid of this book anyway. So, but yeah, I normally don't. I just have the authors sign them normally because I feel like it kind of holds, my collection is my collection. I don't tend to get rid of books, but it holds more value to me. But like for this one, I had her sign my name in it. So.
Oh my gosh, so cool.
Okay, so
I love
there's
what
that
Kristen
story.
said. She goes, your luck with bookish experiences are freaking amazing.
Well, she was at this last one. So this last one, I ended up getting an arc of Broken Soul. So this book isn't even out yet. So this book, no one could get this book for another like month and a half. So this is from LJ Andrews, and me and April were waiting by the stairs where the signing room was, and I'm like, let's just wait here because that the assistant is one of her assistants is gonna hide another book, and I'm like, let's just wait here. So I see her walking out, and I'm like, should I follow you now or should I wait till you hide it and then go run after? You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
She's like, no, here you go. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So I was like, okay. So then I ended up getting it, and it's amazing. I'm so excited to have it, So
cool.
It's one of those moments where like I kind of tracked her down. I feel kind of bad about it, but it was just like it was so random,
Yeah.
And then she signed it. So,
Ah,
and then
this-
there is also, and then there's
your
cover
stories
art.
really are so fun. I love it. Yes. Oh,
So, I mean, if you have not read this series, I think this is book 4, but it's to the Ever King. Have you heard of the Ever King?
yes, yes.
Okay. So she does the Ever King. Actually, here is the special edition of the Ever King is right here. And then here
Ooh.
is, let me see if I can pull out the art. Let me see what's on the cover. Sorry.
No, not at all.
All right.
I'm gonna make you
there's
big.
the-
Nope, no, that's not. Oh, for Pete's sake! How do
It's
I
okay.
get rid of myself? Oh, I figured out. Okay, no, I'm getting rid of myself. Okay.
Okay, and then
Sorry.
this is the Ever King art on the front. But what you really guys want to see is probably the oh, there you go.
My
And that's the other side. So it's a reversible dust jacket, which I'm
Stop
probably going to reverse it. So that is actually, I
Oh.
just noticed that. I like that cover a lot better. But
so
both of them are
beautiful.
beautiful.
Yes.
And then I had her sign the artwork too, but this is the artwork. So I'll show you guys the artwork to this. But I swear by that series, there
Yes.
was another series in front of it, which I absolutely adore. But some people, I mean, she didn't really know who she was writing it for. So the first 3 books are kind of like YA, where the spice isn't there. But some people absolutely adore the spice.
Wow.
Just the premise to this is his songbird. And they met when they were really little. He was captured by her dad in a dungeon, and she snuck out to see him. And he passes something along to her. And in the beginning of the other one, he comes back for her. So it's captor captive.
Oh, it sounds really good.
So it is amazing.
Oh, wow.
If you wanted to start with one, I guess this would be a good one to start with. I hate to send you to like Sarah J. Maas or Rebecca Yarros, because sometimes when you read the best, everything else is a disappointment type thing. But this is actually very good. You know how that is.
Totally. Can you show us the sprayed edges for the book you just showed us? The one right behind you?
Wait.
The
Oh, this
one.
is yes. The Ever King?
Yes. Let me see if I can. Wow.
That's the sprayed edges. But if you want, I'm like, I feel like my camera's finicky. Can you guys see up here?
Yes.
So this is what I won. This is Throne of Glass. And this is what I won from Instagram. So I literally, this is from Creo, what do they call it? Creolix.
And you won that.
Yes. So
I love
this
it.
set right here is like a very expensive set. I'd move my camera closer, but I don't want to lose you guys because my camera is kind of finicky.
Sure.
This one set, and this is all the edges right here. But yeah, this one set is so expensive. And this is Throne of Glass. Throne of Glass is by far one of my favorite series. Yep. It's one of my favorite series of all times. She wrote it when Sarah J. Maas wrote it when she was 16 years old.
What?
And the thing she did with this, was amazing. She wrote this series over a decade.
Wow.
Yeah. So it went through a lot of edits, a lot of redrafts, a lot of stuff. So that one is my all-time favorite. But I did love Caravel, which was amazing too, by Stephanie Garber. Oh, and Kiss of Deception by Mary Pearson. How do I forget her? So many. So many.
Yeah, it's so hard to choose. I get it.
Well, have you heard of Kiss and Deception?
No.
So it's about a princess running away from an arranged marriage. The prince is so mad, he runs after her. But then this other country hears about it, sends an assassin after her. And she's running into people, but you don't know who's who. So is she running into the prince or is she running into the assassin? Like you don't know. And she's just, she's just meeting all these random people. And you're like, is she going to die? It's really awesome.
So crazy. Oh my goodness. And what's the name of that one again?
Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson.
Wow.
And it's like a historical setting. So it's like They have the dresses. You know what I mean?
Yes. Oh, fun. Jenny says, "Oh, I would totally sign up for historical romance subscription service. They could do
Yeah.
recovers for the classics with stepbacks or sprayed edges. Oh my, yes,
Right. I promote
We
this
need
to
that.
this day. They need to come back with step backs.
Yes, they do.
100%.
Yes, they do. Well, absolutely, absolutely.
Uh,
Well, that was everything that I wanted to talk about. I'm so happy you came today.
Thank you for having me. This has been so much fun.
Oh my gosh, so fun, so fun. I could talk to you all day about
I know,
anything,
right?
really.
Same. Same.
Shannon says, "I liked books 1 and 2 in Throne of Glass, but by the end of book 3, I would have died for those characters."
Yeah.
Oh, my favorite series of all time. I really enjoyed the Kiss of Deception trilogy too.
Yep.
Awesome. I'm learning
Yeah.
so
I
much
feel
today.
like I'm giving you guys the best, but in reality, like there's so many good ones out there. Like the fantasy romance genre is just blooming. And I feel like it's about time because a lot of the times it took me a while to figure out that I was looking for romance. Like I would go to all these
Mm.
fantasy books. And I'm like, that was great. But there was no couple, and it was just like, I was like in denial that I wanted romance. It was funny. Like, okay,
That's
now
funny.
we know.
Now we know. Now we know.
Yep.
I love it. I love it. Oh, Shannon says Poison Study
That
series
is
was
really
really
good. I read that one too. It was very good.
Oh, very cool. Okie dokie. Well, I hate to say goodbye, but it is time to
No,
go. I got a little extra time before I had to pick up my daughter at preschool today. So so I was excited to get to spend
yay.
some time with you. Yay, truly. But yeah, I'm really excited that we got to do this, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Do you have any fun plans?
Just the book
Is it
report,
baseball?
baseball. Yeah,
Baseball,
with homeschooling, they do book reports over the weekends because, we had a little extra time off during the week. So we pick it up over the weekends.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Yep.
I love that. I love it. Sock says, "Thanks, Kerry."
Thank
Brilliant.
you.
Thank you, B. Thank you, D. Yes, happy Friday. And I hope everybody has a fabulous weekend. For those of you that are into historical romance, tonight, I'm doing a plug for my own thing. Tonight, we're
That's
doing
okay.
reading sprints, more reading sprints with no yacht rock. Extra sprints. That'll be tonight on my channel with Tara, and we're going to have author Alexa Aston joining us. So that's going to be really fun.
Ooh,
So yeah.
that's
And
cool.
then for members, we're doing another show on Sunday. So lots of lives this weekend. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. We will see you next time. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you again, Kerry. Bye.